Briggs Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. You can email them to tips@channel3000.com. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Coming off a rainy weekend.
I know, but it was still really busy at the garden center.
Oh, I'm sure.
At this time of year, it doesn't matter. It could be snowing and we'd be busy.
And it's good because now we got the rain, and now April showers bring May flowers. Here
definitely.
we go.
Yeah, so this is a new Rieger begonia series called the Dream Series, and they are an improvement because they're more disease resistant and they also have a tighter growing habit, so they tend to be bushier. And bonus, these are grown locally by one of our local growers. Yeah, Hoffy Nurseries. So yay.
It's cool to see, especially with all that color.
I know they're pink, definitely, but there's a lot of variegation in the color, like edges, and they're doubles, and they're just really pretty. And they come in red. There's a really pretty coral, a deeper pink than this.
Some options.
Some options, definitely.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the questions. First up, Al. Al asks why his asparagus is growing up a few inches and then falling over and dying.
And Al, I don't know. Usually asparagus beds are pretty trouble-free. I know people who have had some that have been around for years. Please send some photos to our plant desk, and that's plantdesk@brewscompany.com. We'll take a look. We've got Gail's in today, and she's grew up on a farm, and so maybe she has some ideas.
See what's going on there. All right, next question from Deb. Deb says her rhubarb is flowering already. Should she cut it back? She also says, P.S. Love Josh. Good job.
Good job,
Thank you for that. That makes my day.
That's
all right.
super sweet.
Yeah, that was nice. What should she do with her rhubarb?
So you can continue to harvest your rhubarb as long as you keep cutting back those flowers. Sometimes, especially when we see warmer temperatures, rhubarb does what we call bolting. Happens a lot too with spinach and other leaf crops, so she should just keep cutting those flowers back, the stems all the way back to the base, and then she can keep harvesting her rhubarb. I'd say for another few weeks yet. The going to seed takes the energy out of the plant and goes to flowering, and sometimes the stalks will get kind of bitter and tough. So keep cutting back the flowers.
All right, from Diane now, is it better to transplant surprise lilies as soon as they are dug up in spring with foliage, or store them and wait until fall when they have absorbed all the nutrients from the foliage?
So surprise lilies are kind of a surprise. So they come up with foliage in the early spring, then that dies back, and then later in the summer, the stems come up and bloom, and they're also called naked ladies because it's just a stem with flowers. I would say I would wait until after they flower, because if you disturb them now, they're gonna have to go through the reestablishment period. So after the flowers are done, cut them back, store the bulbs for a few weeks, and then go ahead and replant.
All right. Well, if we didn't get to your question, I will forward them on to Lisa.
Yes, and I will answer.
You guys are always taking those questions.
We are always taking those questions, and if you have other questions that we didn't get to, you could also email the plant desk.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all the advice today. Let's get